All right, if you watch my other channel, you know that I have a Nissan Leaf. I really like it. Anyway, Tuesday is the day I normally drive the most. I normally drive a little over 40 miles on Tuesday. The other days of the week, I only drive about 20 to 30 miles. And basically the range on my Leaf is big enough that if I keep my battery between a 20% to 80% charge, I can go about 2 or 3 days between chargings. And I normally try to charge the night before Tuesday because, like I said, I go 40 miles. It's a little bit more. Unless I had just charged the night before and still have a lot left on the battery, I'll normally charge it on Monday night to be ready for Tuesday. But for some reason, it slipped my mind today. Sorry about how dark it is, but you can still hear me. I thought it would be more interesting to watch this than just me in a plain boring room. So hopefully you'll just enjoy all the darkness with random lighting here and there. But anyway, so I woke up this morning, was headed into town, and I realized I only had like about 30 miles range on my battery, which is enough to get me most of the way through the day, but not all the way. And since I like to keep my battery more than 20% charged, it was nowhere near enough. It's basically just enough to get into town. So I had a check I'd been wanting to cash for a while, but since I run my Kung Fu school and work a full-time job, I'm always busy and I hadn't gotten a chance to get around it. But today, since I forgot to plug my car in last night, I went to Whole Foods. They have free chargers to attract customers that have electric cars. And I plugged my car in, and then I strolled on to the bank nice and slow, cashed my check, strolled back to the car nice and slow, and it put a little bit of juice in the battery. Like, it wasn't one of those speed chargers that just pumped the battery up in like half an hour, but the ones at Whole Foods are definitely a lot better than the regular outlets at home like I use. So I just charged a little bit in there, went to the school, opened it up, and then after I taught the 12 to 2 class, instead of going to Piñatas and having a nice meal like I normally do, I went over to Whole Foods again, charged my car, and went and had Taco Tuesday. So they have like tofu tacos that are vegan, and just, it takes a while to order them. Whole Foods is busy and slow. And then I just sat there, took my time, ate them, went out, and it put a decent amount of range. It like added another 19 miles of range. The charge earlier was only like another 6 miles. So I was making some progress and I hadn't gone under 20% the entire time. So then I drove straight home instead of going to Costco. I always have like a little bit of backup, and I figured I would use it this time so I could have more time to charge my car when I got home. Stuck it in the outlet when I got there. I didn't get there as early as I wanted because Seafood Dave talked to me longer than I wanted before I left the school, and then Whole Foods took a while, which was fine because my car was charging during that. So I only had about 45 minutes, which I thought would be good for about 4 miles of range, but for some reason it only added another 2 miles. So I don't know what that was all about. It normally charges better than that, even at a slow trickle charge out of a normal outlet. So that was slower than normal. Went to Kung Fu, helped Sifu Matt teach his student, and then headed back into town. So when I closed the school down after teaching the 7 to 9 class, I came to Whole Foods again. It was closed, plugged my car in, and then I strolled on down to 24 Hour Fitness over there. Got in a nice little workout, and now I'm headed back. So Whole Foods definitely saved me because I was a forgetful man and forgot to charge my car. And because of Whole Foods, it all worked out perfect. So I thought that was pretty cool.